Hey, welcome to Zach's Tech Turf. Today we're going to be putting together the best $500 gaming PC that you can build right now while you watch some of this Borderlands the prequel gameplay. All of these parts that I'm about to list are available right now on Amazon and aren't on any unique sales or anything, so you can pretty much build this thing whenever you want and with 2-day shipping if you have Amazon Prime. As you guys know, I'm currently on a military deployment right now, so I can't build this for you on camera, but I'll include benchmarks towards the end of the video so you know what kind of results you'll get with this build. Let's get into it. So the heart and soul of this build is this CPU and motherboard combo that I found. It combines AMD's Ryzen 3 1200 processor with the Gigabyte 320M AM4 motherboard. The Ryzen 3 1200 is a quad-core 3.4 GHz which packs a ton of value at a killer price, and it also comes with that stealth-looking Wraith cooler. The motherboard is a micro ATX AM4 motherboard, which is definitely a budget board, but still packs a few solid options. If you want extra options like an M.2 slot or built-in Wi-Fi, you'll have to spend a bit more on the motherboard and you'll lose this great combo price. This combo only costs $160, and considering the processor alone costs 110 bucks, it's a decent deal. Next up we have our RAM, and I decided to go with Kingston's HyperX Fury 2x4GB 2133 MHz kit. You guys know that I tend to go for this HyperX RAM purely because I think it looks the best, but this will also fit our stealthed out black theme that you'll see here in a minute that we're going for. Now one thing to note is that if you're planning on upgrading to 16GB in the near future, I would just buy a single 8GB stick now because our motherboard only has 2 slots. I went with the 2x4GB stick so we can utilize the dual channel speed, but you'll have to make the decision for yourself. Moving on, we have our graphics card, and I picked the Zotac GTX 1050 Ti 4GB card, which believe it or not is only $145. This is actually a great price for a 1050 Ti, especially during this inflated price crisis we're still dealing with, and I actually uploaded an entire video about why I think the 1050 Ti is the best graphics card to buy right now here in late 2017. The 1050 Ti can still dominate 1080p gaming, and I think it's a perfect card for new PC gamers to start with. This Zotac model is super small, so it can fit in those tiny PC builds if you want to go that route, and it's also rocking a DisplayPort 1.4, HDMI 2.0B, and a DLDVI port. The power supply for our $500 gaming PC is the Roswell 450 watt bronze certified PSU. For $29, you're getting a power supply that can actually handle a CPU and GPU upgrade for a little future proofing. The cables are sheathed so you don't really see that ketchup and mustard cables, so it fits in our stealthed out theme, and it's bronze certified so you know it's running efficiently. You can honestly go with any of the popular PSUs in this price range, just make sure that you get it from a reputable brand such as Roswell, Corsair, EVGA, etc. The hard drive for our build is a 1TB Seagate Barracuda drive, and unfortunately I didn't have enough money to squeeze in an SSD. I actually explained in my recent $800 build that I'm a huge fan of these Barracuda drives compared to the standard Western Digital blue drives that most people seem to be buying these days. Now this drive will certainly be more than capable enough of being your only hard drive for a while, but I would highly recommend your first upgrade in this build being an SSD. I would buy an SSD so that you can install your operating system and your most used apps and games, that way they are blazing fast, and then you can just house all your media and games on this 1TB drive. If you're on a super strict $500 budget and want an SSD, you can downgrade your 1050 Ti to a normal 1050, and that'll give you enough money to squeeze in a cheap SSD. And finally, to wrap up this $500 monster is a Roswell Micro ATX Mini Tower case, which I personally think looks pretty clean and definitely matches our stealthed out black theme once again. This case costs 30 bucks, and you can certainly go with any case that you desire here. This is just what I chose for this build. With over 1,300 reviews on Amazon, it looks like a solid case to work in and will easily fit all the parts that we have on our list. Alright, so like I said in the beginning of this video, I don't have access right now to building this PC on camera and benchmarking it myself, so I'll rely on some trusty YouTube channels to do the benchmarking for me. I'll have their links down in the description if you want to see more, by the way. I basically just searched for other benchmarks with our exact same setup here, a Ryzen 3 1200, 8GB of RAM, and a GTX 1050 Ti. For Overwatch in 1080p and epic settings, you can expect to average around 80 to 85 FPS. Doom in 1080p with high settings will get you around 50 to 60 FPS. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds in 1080p with a custom setting of some things at very low and some at medium, you can get 70 to 80. Obviously you can tweak this even further if you want to. Finally, in The Witcher 3 in 1080p with another custom mix of medium to high settings, you can expect to average 55 to 60 FPS. As you can see, this system can clearly handle 1080p gaming once you get the settings dialed in, typically around the high settings it seems. games. Well, that wraps up my late 2017 $500 gaming PC build. As you can tell from the benchmarks, this thing can absolutely destroy 1080p gaming, and I think it's a perfect start to your PC gaming adventures, or for you advanced gamers out there that are on a super tight budget. I did upload a $350 build a few months ago, and although that one is a little bit cheaper, I think if you can squeeze out the extra 150 bucks, then this is certainly the way to go. Let me know down in the comment section what you think of this build, if you're thinking about putting one together, or if I should have changed anything. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please drop a like down below to help support my channel, and as always, thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more Zach's Tech Turf videos.